Hello, this is Mahlena Ray Johnson for Nerdy Girls with Mahlena Ray Johnson, and this is a This Genius episode. So first, who am I? I'm Mahlena Ray Johnson again, and I went to Loyola Marymount University for film school. I went to University of Southern California for business school, where I got my MBA in marketing, entertainment, and entrepreneurship. And I am a 4-time author. My 4th book, Love It a Luau, is available on Amazon Kindle, and it is about a refugee suffering from PTSD who is scared to fall in love with a single dad. So what's this genius all about? Alright, so this is the 2nd episode of This Genius. It's still June 17th, 2018, because I'm trying to film a lot of them at the same time or in the same day, so that we can make sure they get out on time. So, let me read the thing again. So, also in the previous episode, I forgot to say why I picked Cristela Alonzo as one of This Geniuses and what I would talk to her about. So, the reason and the what is moxie and chutzpah. So, I like her moxie and I like her chutzpah for just deciding to put together her own pilots, make it all herself. And now she has an existing series, although she does talk about the fact that no one, the people who could have green light power in Hollywood just don't know about her show and just forgot all about it. Like, what? You did your own show? Oh, okay, whatever. Still don't have a part for you. So that is what I would talk to her about, moxie and chutzpah, and how she may not necessarily acknowledge those qualities in herself, but she has them, and how she continues to bring that sensibility to her future projects. Alright, so this is the 2nd episode of This Genius, and I'll just read the description so you know. So this genius for the 2nd episode is Margaret Cho, who I got to ask a question to at an event once, and I was happy about that. So this genius inspires other colorful women around the world through innovation and communication. These are women working in television, film, podcasting, publishing, and other forms of media who should be celebrated on a global level. So we'll start by talking about these changemakers right here. And by we, I mean me, because I'm the one talking in the video. Alright, so let's go scroll it back up. And this is what I would talk with them about if I had a coffee chat with them. And for Margaret Cho, I would talk to her about intersectionality. Oh yes, who's Margaret Cho? Hopefully if you're watching the video you know who Margaret Cho is, but she is a comedian, a producer, a composer, and what else does she do? She has written a book, and she's also a musical artist. So she's done a lot of things, and she continues to do more. And I first met Margaret Cho. I didn't meet her. She was on the TV, again on an ABC show, similarly. And I would talk to her about intersectionality. So the first way I was introduced to Margaret Cho was through her show, All American Girl on ABC. Now when it came out, it was in 1994, I think, should have done the research. But it was during a time when I was a child. I was in 1994, I was 12 or 13, probably 13 years old. Whatever. I was in middle school. And I didn't know the significance of the show because I was a child and the internet was not what it is now. I just figured, oh, this is a funny show on ABC, like all the other funny shows I watched on ABC, because there was not this plethora of cable networks and anything you could watch on YouTube in 1984. And I didn't get that this was a groundbreaking show with the first Asian American family on TV in their own show. And I didn't realize at the time that a lot of the stuff was derivative, and she's talked about how the people who wanted her to be, the show to be about her, told her that she needed to change her face because it was too round. And she then got an eating disorder, partially due to that feedback from network executives. Like, they didn't know who she was before they gave her the show all about her, and that was my introduction to her. Since then, she's done many other things. She's talked about the what is it? The difficulties of certain types of intersectionality in making projects. So she had this Bam 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 Celeste, that's what it's called. It's a movie that she made. It's an independent movie, and it wasn't given the same treatment as other queer movies because she is not a white man. And this comes up a lot in videos, but it's also true because of what I'm talking about, that it wasn't given this, it was not given the call me by your name treatment at all. It was not given the Priscilla Queen of the Desert treatment, or and even in those things, it's like we're talking about a piece of the pie, and all of you queer people have to share this pie, and all the white men get most of the pie, and everybody else you get the crumbs. It shouldn't be just pieces of pie. It should be pies, so that she could just have her own awesome Margaret Cho pie, because she has so much insight and wisdom to share from her time in the field, but also her experiences as a woman today who is not leading a traditional path of what women in America are supposed to be doing, especially not women of Korean descent. So that is what I would like to talk with her about. How intersectionality has existed within her life throughout her whole career, and also what she's doing now and how she brings that to her creative process. And there's so much stuff I could say about Margaret Cho. Like she's a great comedian. I've seen almost all of her specials. What else? She was the one who introduced me to Kim's Convenience, because yes, again, by saying she introduced me, I listened to her talk on Bobby Lee's podcast about her incident with Tilda Swinton and trying to get Margaret to say it's okay that you took a role that was supposed to be played by an Asian man. And Tilda just not getting it. Well, on that podcast that she talked with Bobby Lee about, she also mentioned Kim's Convenience, and I was like, what's that? And then I saw it on a plane ride, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best show ever. It's a good show. It's the best show. It's really good, and I really like it. So her being different places introduces me to different things, and I'd love to chat with her about what she's done and also where she is going, because you don't just stop being creative once you reach a certain age. Like for women, it's if you're 40, you're out of the business. Kick, boom. But she's still here. So that is what I'd love to talk with her about, and her journey and where she wants to continue to go. So if you have any cool stories about Margaret Cho, then leave a comment on the website, or if you're watching it on the website, or if you're watching on the Facebook page, leave a cool comment about Margaret Cho. Or if you're like, I don't know where any of those things is, even though they're listed in the description, then email me at fornerdygirls@gmail.com. Also, if you have a genius of your own that you would like to nominate and have me talk about them, then email me at fornerdygirls@gmail.com and tell me about this genius and why she is inspiring colorful women all over the world. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.